and welcome to another episode of Maskani Podcast. As you can see, we are only two people here because our Ninja Rex is having fun somewhere in the coast, and we are just gonna wait for him to come back to tackle other topics. But for now, we have another good topic that will interest you. Today we are talking about relationships, and we are specifically talking about the past sexual indulgences of your partners. Before you date, Jagero, do you look into your partner's sexual history?
You know, this
or
topic,
does it even matter?
this topic for me is very interesting because there is a time we were talking with Rix and we talked about, I think we touched on that topic.
Okay.
One of the confusions I'm having, and even you talked about it, remember when you talked about if you have many sexual partners you've slept with, you remember the incubus thing and...
The incubus and succubus?
Yeah.
But the incubus and succubus are so far, aren't related to...
They are not?
They're not related to sexual history.
Yeah, but anyway, I feel like sexual history is very important in a relationship because it I think it can make or break it.
Okay.
If you get a ninja like me who didn't have sex in his 20s, I literally didn't have sex in my 20s. In my teens were completely sexual free. You know, and I didn't learn much. Like I said in the other podcast, my first sexual intercourse was in marriage.
Yeah, which is rare.
You see, so it becomes very. Imagine a novice like me. I don't know about my wife. I rarely ask, you know.
Yeah.
So if she had a lot of sex, you know, all these styles, and then you get this boy that doesn't know shit. You can imagine that it's gonna be troublesome. And even up to now, I don't know how. But I imagine that if you're a man and you've had a lot, I don't know. Probably the man is a bit different. I don't know because a man. Mostly you're the one performing the acts.
Yes.
Most of the acts are performed by the man.
Yes.
You know, even position wise. You know.
Yeah, but now I'm really interested in knowing before we get into how it affects the quality of sex that you're having and how you're indulging with this person.
Yeah.
At the point where you are initiating a relationship, you're in the talking stage, is it a conversation that you will strike? Would you want to know the sex history, your partner's sexual, your prospect? Because you are not dating yet. You are still at that consideration stage where you say, okay, you have this girl and you have another interest in another girl, would you dig into her sexual past before you formalize the relationship?
Like many things, it's a very difficult conversation.
Yes.
It's actually spooky. It's a very spooky conversation, and I think most people are going to lie about it. Yeah. You know, for example, if you've had 20
sexual
keeps going off.
Sexual text.
Yes, if you've had 10 sexual partners, are you going to tell your girlfriend to be whether you have done that? And the women apparently are very very sensitive about their past sexual exploits. So I don't think, and you know, sometimes it also feels like a very difficult topic to broach.
Yes.
You know.
Yeah.
So I don't know. It's just I think mostly I wouldn't ask.
You won't ask, yeah.
I wouldn't ask because I don't expect the truth.
Like me, I think it mostly depends on how you are asking and what's the drive about it. Yeah. Why are you asking?
Are you going to ask them why they ask?
Why are you asking? Because I think being a difficult question to ask it really matters that you nurture the environment in which you are asking this question. The atmosphere in which you are asking this question, I think, got a matter, and your intention behind it will also influence the kind of answer that you're gonna get. Because let's face it, if you're asking to judge, you know, and or you might be trying to
people are asking to judge all the time.
Not everyone is asking to judge. Because if I'm
so
asking,
what are some of the reasons why you would ask for the sexual history of somebody?
To me, let me just make this clear. Mimi, the sexual history doesn't matter at all. At all. So it won't be.
It wouldn't matter to you.
Yes, it won't be a criteria.
It wouldn't matter to you that somebody has been selling sex along Koinange Street.
It won't matter to me that someone has been fucked by 100 guys. If at that what matters to me is her health at that particular moment and her commitment to the relationship that we are having at that particular moment. Yes. So if all right.
Sekalo.
So if you've had sex with 20 guys,
yeah,
and by the time I'm meeting you, your health is check. You know, you've got no disease, you've got no venereal diseases,
yeah,
and you're good. I won't care much. I won't care much, I'm telling you. And we're having this conversation because in this week, there's a lady who spoke about her sexual history and she broke the internet. You remember the Diana of Bahati thing? You know, I went and checked that thing and realized that the video was posted 2 years ago, and I was wondering why it was garnering conversations right now. Yeah?
Maybe somebody has talked about it, has taken another angle to it.
Yeah, but if you're gonna be having this conversation,
my only fear with people who have had multiple partners, for me, it boils down to loyalty.
Yeah.
Because if somebody, let's say, has had 30 sexual partners, what's going on there? What's going on there?
There is that bit where you want to think if she could swap 30 men, then you are extremely replaceable.
and that's the thing. Do you, as a man, do you want to be replaceable anytime?
Let me. It also depends on where this relationship is going, because Jagero, if we are just banging, then it doesn't matter to me if I'm replaceable or not. And I think when we.
But that's another question. This idea, for me, this idea of we are just banging, for me, it's a very.
But even if we are gonna be there in that relationship, Jagero, I won't worry much about the ending of it, you know. But most times when these questions come, like you understood with the internet, when the internet broke, when this girl spoke,
yeah.
Most people, when they are asking these questions, they are asking to compare. You know, who is better? Yeah. You know, who is coming into this relationship with less baggage? Who is coming into this relationship with less numbers? You know? Yeah. So if you are asking, Jagero, if you are asking to compare, if you're asking to judge, if you're asking to simply place yourself better, like you're thinking that because you've had few sexual partners or you've never had none, now you are more special in this relationship because you're giving one person a unique sexual experience, as you would term it,
yeah.
Then I think you are an asshole. I
don't know. So there is a question here. My boyfriend can't get over how many people I have slept with. I shouldn't have told him, but he pressed me for the info. He was nerdy for most of high school and college, and just started coming into his own in his mid to late 20s. I have been dating consistently for years, and I've had my fair share of hookups and relationships. And while I don't think my number is crazy at all, he can't deal with the discrepancy. We have been dating for 2 years, and we are serious. I don't want to break up. How can I handle this? You see, it's a question that people are asking. It's not the guy is, and for me, I would be very. You know, there. First of all, satisfaction. Is it true that women who have had a lot of sexual, the nerve endings are not very?
No, I don't think that's right. I also tend to think that women who have had more sex are better in bed. Because sex is also technique.
But it's a technique.
Yeah, sex is also technique.
How about how pleasurizing them? You can go for hours and hours, and this girl is just looking at you, man.
Oh, no. I don't think a dick makes the vagina less sensitive. But if we are using other tools, yes, a dick doesn't make the vagina any less sensitive.
How do you Google that?
I just know. Check.
How do you check it?
Does a dick make does a lot of sex affect?
Does a lot of sex
affect the sensitivity of the vagina?
Does a lot of sex
the nerve endings and
of sex affect
the sensitivity of the vagina?
Affect.
When it comes to that sensitivity, as you're still Googling, I'd like to think that if this lady has just been having normal sex, which is just the dick and the good old vagina, I don't think having more dicks makes the vagina less sensitive. But if she's been including other toys, when now you are having someone who's been having a lot of sex, but there's been toys included in this. Now that introduces another dynamic because sex toys are not living things.
Are not living things.
Yes, sex toys are not living things. They are able to do things that a dick cannot do. And a dick, you have sex and after an ejaculation, the thing gets flabby, until you get another erection. It's when you can have another round of it, But sex toys don't have an end. You simply hook it to the wall socket and then it will vibrate throughout the night. So where the sex toys are included, then maybe we should bring the sensitivity conversation. But just normal dicks, I don't think.
It doesn't say anything like that. It only says that it makes you more vulnerable to diseases.
That having a lot of sex makes you more vulnerable to diseases. Simply because any dick that comes in is coming in with the possibility.
I think so. Effects of frequent sex, effects of frequent sex on vagina. So this is Garima Kaur from India talking about it. So let's see what they are saying. No sex doesn't make your vagina loose. Here is what it does to affect your body. Okay. Let's debunk the loose myth. The only thing that can actually stretch out your vagina is a physical trauma. That's the only thing that can
stretch your
vagina's physical trauma. That is by Nicole Prose, PhD, Charles Basel. The most common of them is childbirth.
Okay.
Childbirth
can stretch your vagina.
Yes, the most common form is childbirth. Why do they call it trauma? Why is childbirth trauma?
Childbirth is not the trauma, but the effect it has on the vagina. What is trauma to begin with? Trauma is...
So they say that the vagina is generally very spongy and supported by a variety of muscles and ligaments that maintains its shape. There is no evidence that sex alone, even frequent sex with different partners, can cause the vagina to loosen. The loose woman is expression only, and it is a sexist one at that. Calling women loose or claiming that virgins are better partners is just a way to shame women for having sex. So you are okay. There are some things that happen. Your clitoris grows temporarily. I don't know what that means, by it. Lady bonus isn't just a figure of speech. The clitoris engorges just like the vagina wall, says the Prose. One study found that the volume of the clitoris is increased up to 126% during a short sexual stimulation. So your clitoris wood can change shape. But even aren't those elements that affect sex? When the clitoris would changes shape, why is it changing shape?
I don't think the shape matters much. I think
the shape doesn't matter.
Because I think when a woman is erect,
your vagina can get stronger.
Your vagina can get stronger.
Yeah, what does that mean?
Your vagina can get stronger when you're having a lot of sex.
Yes, if anything, sex can actually make your vagina tighter. The vagina is a muscle.
Yes, it is a muscle.
When you exercise a muscle.
When you exercise a muscle.
Shit.
You know the way you exercise the biceps and so the muscles tighten. That's new. That's new. But one thing that I know for sure is that a woman, if a woman engages,
they even say that they even have the audacity to say that you can get more sensitive.
Sensitive.
This is interesting. Sexual arousal can involve neural growth.
Okay.
Says Queen. I don't know who this Queen is. This means that after your clitoris or vagina receives a lot of attention, it could actually become more responsive.
I think it's just with the body. There's a basic way the body operates.
Yeah.
That when you let's talk of just fluids.
Yeah.
They say that when you like let's say hands.
Yeah.
People who work in really tough environments like engineer, like mechanics and stuff. You find that their hands, kuko ngumu. Yeah. Most of the time, and then you want to deal with it. So we were getting told that when you are trying to maybe rub something to make it quisafisha or to make it softer, you are actually making it harder because the message you are communicating to the body is that it needs more of such cells. All right, so the body produces more cells. It could be the same thing with that vagina getting all in here. Very interesting. Yeah, but Jagero, driving back, if you now skip the scientific part of it and just talk about the social part of it, I think there's a lot of power play in the numbers. Yeah, when you are interested so much into when you're interested so much in your partner's past sexual indulgences, we want to know where is this coming from, because sometimes it's coming from a point of curiosity, or wanting to connect.
You just want to know.
Intimate, you know. You
just want to know.
Yes, because your partner has become your buddy. You're just sharing stories. Okay, you know, I've told ladies about my experiences with other women, and we talked about it, and we just laughed about it. Like, okay, because it wasn't tied to anything that would make them feel that okay, this conversation here is about power. It's about putting me down. It's about seeing who is better in this relationship. So I think when the conversations come from a point of wanting to connect, when the conversation come from a point of curiosity, when the conversation come from a point of wanting to know your partner's sexual preferences, her fetishes, what and so on, and everything, then it's a conversation worth having.
Yeah.
But if you getting this information by either forcing the partner to talk about it, like, yo, we are getting into a relationship, I want to know your past. We are getting into this relationship, I want to know the person I'm getting into a relationship with because of this and this and this and this and this, then it's wrong. Yeah.
Hey, my friend, but you see now, it becomes very, in terms of disease,
yes,
there's something serious going on here. More sexual partners, more cervical cancer.
More sexual partners?
More cervical cancer. And this is a study.
Okay.
The study investigating this possibility was published by BMJ Sexual and Reproductive Health. It enrolled about 2,500 men and 3,200 women who were over 50 or older. Okay? Each person was surveyed about the total number of sexual partners they have had over the course of their lives. This information was compared with the number of medical conditions they have developed, including cancer, heart disease, and stroke. For women, the findings were even more dramatic. Women who reported 10 or more sexual partners in their life were nearly 91% more likely to have developed cancer, cervical cancer for that matter, when compared with those reporting 0 to 1 lifetime sexual partners. In men, men who reported 10 or more sexual partners in their life were 70% more likely to have developed cancer when compared with those reporting 0 or 1 lifetime sexual partners.
I'm interested in knowing, is cancer sexually transmitted?
No. So the question is, does this mean having sex leads to cancer? The answer is almost surely no. That's because this type of study cannot assess whether sex causes cancer. It only determines whether there is a correlation between the two. Okay. Also, we already know that ways that sexual behavior can indirectly affect cancer risk without actually causing cancer, especially through sexual transmitted infection. Some of the strongest connections are the HIV, HPV, which increases the risk of cancers of the cervix, cancer of the throat, cancer of the penis, cancer of the anus. So the other one is HIV. The other one is hepatitis. So I think the risk is what comes with having many sexual partners.
Yes, so it's in the numbers. It's in the numbers that if you have sex with one person, your chances of catching. The more you have sexual partners, the higher your chances of getting a disease.
Yes, and one of them is cancer for women, the cervix, cancer of the cervix. So the bottom line is, while it may be tempting to conclude from the new research that limiting the number of sexual partners you have will lower your risk of cancer, I think that would be a misinterpretation of the data. The better take-home message would be: take precautions to avoid sexually transmitted diseases and pursue other proven strategies to lower your cancer risk, including stop smoking, limiting alcohol intake. Okay? But then there's another question, and this is religion. Okay? So many sexual partners, and this I've heard in church several times. Yeah? Many sexual partners, spirituality. This is because Christians are also humans, eh? Pana ongea tu mambo ingine.
Jagero, that place of getting cancer it's continuum. What we call continuum, where getting this disease now opens the pathways to the other disease. You know, and that's so layman. You know.
Yeah,
that's so layman because it's in the numbers. But if you look at it in this way, there are people who had sex with one partner the same way a girl can have sex with many men but has never gotten pregnant. But here is a virgin who is going to try for the first time and then gets pregnant. You know, so someone might just have sex with one person, and this one person gives them HPV. All right? And that HPV now opens the pathway to what? To cancer and stuff.
Yes.
You know, so the data is skewed in a way, but it goes back into just the numbers, that where there are many people involved, there are higher chances of a disease being in there.
Yeah.
All right. That is why, while beginning this, I said that the number of sexual partners my partner has had in the past doesn't matter to me. In fact, I don't ask women the number of people they've slept with. I don't ask them about their body count before deciding.
Why is it called a body count, though? I mean, a body count sounds like death. Well, I've never understood. You keep talking about body count, but I find it
there's a term for everything, and the body count is just the term for it. You know.
Body. Why would you body count? Is that not a war scene kind of thing? I mean, body count. What is a body count classically?
A body count is the number of people you've had sex with. Specifically, not the number of people you've dated. If I date you but didn't hit, you don't count me. And now girls are saying that if they didn't make you come,
well, you see,
it's not worth counting.
Make you come?
Yes. Girls are saying that if you didn't make me come,
body
you don't
count,
add to my body
the number of persons or bodies counted as casualties, especially of those killed. surely.
So you don't like the term?
No, it's strange. It's a little strange to me the way you guys use it as body count.
It's called body
surely
count, you know.
just wrong.
We are not reinventing.
There is Pulse Nigeria talking about body count. Stop asking your girl for it.
Stop asking your girls for it.
You don't need to know.
You don't need to know. Yes, I'm for that.
Yeah?
I'm for that. You don't need to know. It shouldn't influence your decisions into whether you are getting into a relationship or not. But here is where there's another place. Yeah, there's another thing they are talking about. Yeah, they are saying, people are saying, especially males. Males are saying that when a girl has had sex so many times with so many people, then it makes the experience less special to the person, to the man that he's dating now. Because he's like, okay, if everybody has hit it, why does it make me special hitting it? You know? Have you ever seen those girls where all your members, every crew member has hit? You know? Like you have that friend hit her, this one hit, this one hit, this one hit. So when you find yourself in this studio and Stan is here, and I'm with that girl and Stan had hit, now that brings the problem.
Which problem?
Because you now feel like it's no longer special. Other people also say that when people have hit so much, all right, when a lot of men have hit this thing, it's gonna only take a simp to take her in and make her.
Do you feel as a man? Do you feel like having sex is conquering virgin lands, conquering forests that have not been walked by other human beings?
I don't feel of it like
diving into an ocean that has not seen a human being.
I don't think of it like that. But let me tell you something. If I am in a room with a nigga who has hit, all right, if we are in a room here and everyone has hit, then it's kind of strange. It doesn't feel good. I wouldn't have a problem with the number of people you have fucked, but if these people are, if these are people in my circle that I'm interacting with, in my space that you're interacting with, and so, then it's a weird feeling when you are all together, because there's nothing new you can tell them about your girlfriend. They probably know your girlfriend more than you do.
But I feel like in 2022, 2023, we are not even talking about our girlfriends anymore. I mean, nobody talks about that. I talk about you guys know my wife, but do I even know the people that you have in your lives? I will. You know, it's strange. I mean, don't be a hypocrite.
You don't know the
people.
people.
You're just being a hypocrite.
How am I being a hypocrite?
Do I know you are the people that? Do I know anybody you've had a relationship with in the last 3 years?
It's because I don't have anybody now, or because it's just a conversation that it doesn't matter.
You are lying. Just last year, is it not? When we were having dinner with when Rex gave me money for pads, 12,000. It was just the other day. We were looking for you, and you told me you had gone somewhere for Ongora.
Yeah, I can go for Ongora and I can have my things, but if it doesn't come naturally in our conversations, then so be it. But I could be having a girlfriend that I'm just itching to tell Jagero about. That Jagero, manzeni nimepata
my this is perhaps veering off the topic, but I don't these days.
People don't talk about them.
People don't talk, and I don't know whether they are afraid of it. They are not sure about these people. It's just weird these days. Like, well, Rick sometimes tell me, you fucking don't. I mean, even this time that he's shooting here, do you know? The other day here, he had a girlfriend and he was saying he's rushing home. It was raining, it was pouring, and he was what I'm saying is that people are keeping them very under wraps these days, and I feel like people are not proud of anything these days.
People are not proud of the women. They're not proud.
These things, they're not even sure about this person in my life. Is it a girlfriend? Is it... They don't know.
Yeah.
It's just fucked up, right?
Relationships are just strange in the way that they are.
Yeah.
But taking us back to the place where we were, even just male friends,
yeah.
You will have a friend that you feel I need to introduce this person to a girl. Because a gak does 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. A gak has this kind of aura that can wanaweza ingiana na huyu jamaa wakae chini wapige story kuhusiana na mambo mengi, but will not introduce all your friends to me. Only when it matters. So sometimes you have a girlfriend, but it doesn't matter.
I feel like
the girl you're saying Stan never told you anything about. Stan told me something about her.
So I didn't matter.
So it's the relationship and the atmosphere that makes these conversations come naturally, you know. But I'm saying, what I was saying is this, Jagero. If I'm having a girlfriend that you have fucked, and you are my friend, it makes it so hard to tell you, to even praise her to you. Even if I'm seeing so many good things about her.
Assuming that you know for sure that...
Yes. That is why we have bro code. I was telling Stan that I cannot even if I had a chance. I think
bro code is irrelevant.
Bro code is not irrelevant again.
But you don't cross paths with each other's girlfriends. I mean, unless you're in school. When do you come across somebody else's?
People find themselves in very ridiculous situations with people's women. You know, I go to visit Stan and I didn't call, and Stan is not home. Stan is gone to shoot something, and then I'm here. The lady, I found the girlfriend, she's making me comfortable in the house, and she has her intentions. You know, if she's having intentions.
She's been looking at you, and then here you are bringing yourself.
And here I am bringing myself. I've brought myself, and Stan is not around. It's raining outside, and she's sewing me ties. She's sewing me ties, and then ass.
Can we finish? Can you look at the camera and finish this? And I feel like we have exhausted this topic.
No.
Yeah, because now we are out.
No. We all these things are connected, Jagero. But going back to the same topic that we were in, maybe I'm saying that it shouldn't matter. My stand is the sexual history shouldn't matter.
For me, it matters a little bit.
Mm-hmm.
I am maybe I'm just a bit conservative.
Yeah,
a bit conservative. I feel like many sexual partners come with a lot of drama. If the person doesn't check themselves properly.
Yeah.
They have so much they are borrowing from. They are borrowing from man A, who was always treating her really well.
Yeah,
she's borrowing from man B, who was
yes.
And then she's borrowing from this other man that flies her to Spain.
Yes.
And then she's borrowing from this guy who has got a fantastic home.
Yes.
Gimanya
is the trauma. Is the trauma that people carry from relationships.
Exactly. It's not just trauma.
Yeah.
And it is trauma and good feelings too.
Yes.
Trauma and good feelings.
Yes.
Then you are like, hey, man.
Yes. So man, that now is a conversation worth having, because you find that people treat people differently, and people pick things from people they date. They just pick. There's just an influence that your partner will pick from you, from the way you treat them. So if you are treating them so bad, they carry that trust issues with them.
Yes.
Now, when they come into a new relationship with that past baggage, now it matters. Yeah, but just the numbers themselves, just in having 100 or 10, doesn't matter to me. Doesn't matter much.
Okay.
Yeah.
So.
All right, Wadau. We think we are stopping this conversation here. You might let us know what you think about this topic, because everybody wants to know. Everybody is dating. Does it matter to you? Do the numbers matter to you? Let us know in the comment, and follow us on all our socials: Facebook, YouTube. Subscribe, and welcome again.